let everybody talk right now. So tell me what you want right now. You can get it. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up. Come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start. You know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it. Tell me what you want. You can get it.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Raiders and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Great to start the season with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, getting set for 2 AFC West rivals to kick off the new season, and each one with a new coach from a year ago. The Raiders' Antonio Pierce finished the last 9 games last year, Greg. Now it's his full-time job. On the other side, welcome back to the NFL, Jim Harbaugh.
I think one of the coolest things about this, Mike, is just really the 2 very different paths each of these head coaches have taken to be in this position today. I mean, just think back a year ago. Did anyone in the NFL think Antonio Pierce would be the head coach of the Raiders? But rightfully so, he deserved this after taking over last year as the interim. And then, of course, Jim Harbaugh. Great success in college. Prior to that, a lot of success at the NFL level. It was never a matter of when he would come back. It was where. Here he is with the Chargers, week 1, and is a heck of a matchup.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Second down and 8. Another run here with Mitchell. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
3rd down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing situation, and they get to just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
On 4th down, last year's All-Pro punter A.J. Cole on now for the Raiders. Back deep is Darius Davis. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season out, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
Here's Dobbins.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Epps.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Marshall is on the move. To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. Room up the sideline at the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Nice pickup there by Dobbins, and man, you got to feel good for him. I mean, his time in Baltimore was just riddled with significant lower body injuries. To see him healthy, and he has gotten off to a fast start, and this is the player that everyone around the league knew he was capable of being. He just needed to stay healthy.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A run with Dobbins. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the 1st possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take.
To the goal line and in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, LA.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Minshew gonna look to throw. Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
First and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Here comes Mitchell on the toss to the right. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Here's Mitchell. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Minshew. Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First down, Las Vegas.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run with Madison. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Chargers have it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going. It moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Pistol here for Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's going to have a first down on that gain up to the 25-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Herbert. Now he takes off, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Herbert now on first down. And that one incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Open man is the tight end, Disley. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
The Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He connects with Disley. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible, and sometimes it's by design.
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Los Angeles. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Dylan Lauby. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back set to go once more. So this next drive about to get going. We remind you, coming up later tonight, the regular season premiere of Sunday Night Football. It's a good one. Playoff rematch, Stafford against Goff, the Rams and the Lions from Ford Field. That's at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, we wrap up Week 1 with Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Monday opener. The Jets and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 West Coast time. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw, Minshew. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. Finding Terrace Marshall for the completion. And he will score. Terrace Marshall. Touchdown, Vegas. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Raiders 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Herbert now on 1st down. Got his man at the 6. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. Here's a run. A dive, and he's in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown Chargers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Geno Smith has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. On the return, this is Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. That one knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
That is a big play for LA. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Disley downfield. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Herbert to the air again. He runs with it.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, LA. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Lobby now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again with Mitchell. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On 1st down, here's Minshew. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. And with that, let's take a look at the draft class from back in April. And this organization feels like they were able to address some holes and take some guys with upside that they feel can be big time. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Christian Wilkins, the former Dolphin, in there to bring them down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing, Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
On play action, now Herbert. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On play action now, Herbert. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with 1st down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll run with Mitchell. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. They'll run right side with Madison. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. You held serve at home, have the lead here in the fourth quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. Your defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's the game of play. It's 3rd and 7.
Now it's Dobbins. Woo. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. A run with Dobbins. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. He'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Herbert. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers, as Jim Harbaugh is a winner. 1 year after winning the national championship at Michigan, he's got the Chargers off to a 1-0 start as they get the win in a division game over the Las Vegas Raiders. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.
Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere.